Real College Radio, 91.3 FM.
And now, broadcasting from the top of the skyscraper that is the Markham Hall on the Rogers State University campus in Claremore, it's Green Country's most exciting radio show, Free Association. And now, here is the Fort Smith Fireball, your champion of chicken, and your deluxe dueling DJ, Mark Lane.
Hey, what do you think you're doing? Keep that dial position set at 91.3 FM, folks, because for the next 2 hours, you're going to hear the best in true alternative music. And I have a question for you. What do Kim Kardashian, John Madden, and Mark Lane have in common? Well, maybe you'll find out if you listen to all 2 hours of Free Association as I deal with the jokes, the headlines, the news, and anything else that's going on today. You want to get something started up? Give me a call at 343-7913, and I'll throw a request in for you. If not, here we go. Here's the Orbans with New Dress right here on Free Association. That was the Walkman with Angela Surf City right here on Free Association. Preceding that, we had Everest with Fallen Feather. And before that, we had Young Galaxy with Pathos right here on Free Association. And it's... I can't say that it is free to put in a request because you obviously have to talk to your phone provider, but I will put it in for free. There's no charge at 343-7913. I'm Mark Lane, and let's take a look at the headlines off of MSNBC.com. Let's see here. President Obama preps stem cell appeal. I wonder how that went. Here's the deal. We have to explore all options of stem cell research and not be handicapped by the quasi-moral bulwarks that were evident in the last administration. Let's see, what else? Dan Quayle's son wins congressional primary election. So I guess the headline, if I were to run a website or a newspaper, my headline would be, Tater Tot doesn't fall far from the potato. Let's see, what else do we have going on? Woman throws cat in the garbage bin in UK, and she apologizes for it. Yeah. See, when I read the headline, it was like cat gets dumped. And I thought, what is this? And I looked at it, and it says that a cat got thrown in a garbage bin. What was the cat's name? Lola. Aha! There we go. Let's see, why is Katy Perry hot? Well, it's because of what she did, not necessarily who she is. Then Kim Kardashian says she'll date Justin Bieber. That's who she's going to go to after she gets done with Mouse Austin? The street's on fire with the basement right here on 91.3 FM. This is Free Association. I'm Mark Lane. And unless you've been in the basement for an extended period of time like Brendan Fraser out of A Blast from the Past, then you have heard that RSU Radio was nominated for the absolute best of... We were nominated in the absolute best of Tulsa awards for being the best radio station. That was our nomination. And they had a nice write-up about this in this month's edition of the Hill Post, the Rogers State University campus newspaper. Rogers State University's radio station, RSU Radio FM 91.3, was recently nominated for Best Radio Station in the 2010 Absolute Best of Tulsa Awards. This is the station's first time to be nominated in the category. We've made so many great strides over the years, said Kathy Coomer, assistant professor and general manager of RSU Radio. Shortly after the news broke on campus surrounding the nomination, faculty and staff, they responded with resounding support, said Coomer. For the students, the nomination is an affirmation of their hard work. It's really exciting. Being put in the running speaks to the direction we are moving. You can count on two hands the number of people who run the station, and it is neat that a group of students who are learning can create enjoyable programming, said Ricky Cagle, co-host and one half of the comedic force behind the afternoon show No Dignity, which airs Tuesdays from 4 to 6 on 91.3 FM. According to Kyle Olson, the station's music director, we do something different, and different is good. Being a public station, we are driven by our passion. That was my KO impression. The sentiment is held by the entire staff, including Gary Webb, a.k.a. Turbo, the station's resident metalhead. It is nice being recognized given all the different types of music we play. I mean, we play metal here, said Webb. RSU Radio equips students with the knowledge they need to gain jobs in a competitive market by providing a hands-on environment. And if you want to read more about this, check out this month's edition of the Hill Post right here on the Rogers State University campus. I like the big picture they have of me here. I'm thinking of sending this to my ex-girlfriend's moms, to sort of like rub it in. It's like, why don't you date this Mark Lane guy? He's such a nice kid. Look what he turned into. Then maybe the ex-girlfriends could throw darts at it. Everybody wins. They could draw the mustache and the glasses, all kinds of stuff. All right, here's Nat King Cole with Day In, Day Out on Free Association.
Oh.
Love the Kathy impression,
Okay.
the most flattering of all of them.
I didn't hear me. How did he do
Oh,
me?
you didn't hear you?
I was on the phone.
Okay,
How did he do me?
Okay.
We've made so many great strides over the years.
That's
Shortly after
exactly
news
right.
broke on campus surrounding the nomination, faculty and staff responded with resounding support.
Okay, I want to get on here and speak on behalf of the station.
But
The
I'm
next time we go to, you come back on, okay?
Okay.
Because I want to talk on behalf of the station on the fact that you represented the station in the photo.
Okay.
You also, has anybody told you what I've been saying about your photo?
It looks like Bueller. I saw that last night.
It looks like Mark and, yeah, you and
It's,
Bueller. Well, anyway, I come up with Mosh Blaine. That's
Mosh Blaine.
Mosh Blaine. I mean, because, yeah, seriously, I look at that and I look at you and, like, I mean, kinda, sorta, but I don't know. Like,
That's
when
odd.
was that picture even taken? When was that even taken?
It was taken this summer. Brandon Irby said
But
he
he
wanted
touched
to.
it up. See, he
Oh, he did touch it
Oh
up?
yeah, he did a lot of touch-ups because
Really?
it was done.
Well, then you can make me look
He
like I
paid.
don't have a
He
face for radio.
paid him to do this, and then he didn't have any photos, so he used it. Then he remembered, oh crap, I touched him up. We don't usually do touch-ups for regular newspaper
That's
stuff.
why.
So
Okay.
that's why it doesn't look like Mark.
I mean, it kind of
Yeah.
looks like you, but it looks like you and you and Josh had a baby. That's the best way I can describe that.
Oh,
photo.
like on those websites where it says, "What will your kid look like?"
Right,
And
but
then-
yeah, but I mean, they always look like a mutant, weird child. I mean, you just look like a.
How did
you're
you
really
make me
God.
sound again? I'd like to. This is the way the station. Is that what you made me sound like?
We've made so many great
Why
strides.
did you make me sound like that? I don't sound like that.
You sound like that to me.
I do not. I do not. Do I really?
You just want to read this SBA email off?
Do I really sound like that to you?
Yeah.
I do not. I do not.
It's okay.
Don't you ever ask me or give me them recognition again. That's how I
Huff and
sound.
puff like when she gets mad.
Huh?
Huff and puff like when she gets mad.
I've never seen her get mad
Yeah. I
at
do.
me.
I've never seen that.
Yeah.
Seems like it. He did well with him. It took him years to figure out how to do something. Blakely's that one for me. And that's Snow Globe with Dad right here on Free Association. Before that, Snakes with City on Fire. And before that, Day In, Day Out by Nat King Cole right here on Free Association. And the request line is open at 343-7913. But for now, I'd like to bring in the general manager of RSU Radio, Kathy Coomer.
Well, I just wanted to thank you. I just wanted to make sure that your fans actually heard my voice so that they would understand that I didn't sound quite like you did the impersonation of me, and to also
Right.
comment on the lovely photo that, since you read the entire article, I felt it was also important that our listening audience understand and appreciate the lovely photo that went along with
Oh, yes.
the article,
certainly.
because the photo was a bit altered, shall we say. Let's just say that Mark, unbeknownst to all of us, prior to this article going out, had some publicity photos taken for his own,
Right.
work, because he's, going to be a famous broadcaster one day, and he had some shots taken and had them touched up a bit. Although I would say the touching up was, looks like you had a great new nose job done there.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
it also looks like they took about 10 years off. Your complexion, you look, you've got baby fine skin.
Yes, I look 11,
Yeah.
which goes with the
Yeah.
way I act. I like
Well,
that.
yeah, and so at first, if we had not had that byline, underneath the photo, a number of people asked me who that was in the photo, and I had to say, well, I think it might be, I think it's Mark Lane, but I'm not for sure. But so, not only did we, have those lovely quotes by everyone else, we had an altered Mark Lane photograph, but it is a great picture, by the way, and it does make you look flawless, literally, because you are flawless, because you've been touched up.
Right.
But it is, I just had to give you a hard time about it, but it is a good photo. I'm glad you're on there, instead of, someone like Turbo.
Well, maybe we could have brought
sorry.
back Bueller to put him on there.
Well, since Josh seems to be representative of the communication department,
Yeah.
it's too bad we didn't get his. We could have gotten one of those old brochures and put.
Yeah,
that
but
on
especially the one where he's like Blanche. He's all white.
there. Yeah,
old looking.
yeah. But actually, we're trying to get some more photos of other men and women that represent the communication department and get them out there. So maybe we can get, some additional people out there. And but yeah, I do think that's a good photo. The composition's great. So it's just it's that nose job. I think I kind of like your real nose better than that one. I don't know.
I don't know. I would have to do a comparison.
Yeah, we'll have to hold up the photo next to your nose and then do maybe ask people and see what they think. Do a man on the street and see, what do you like, the real or the fake? The real or the fake?
Yeah. Well, the real and the fake. That's sort of like our Thursday afternoon programming, Culture Shock, because they talk about some of the weird stuff that goes on, and they ask, is this real or is it fake? And Karen Kilowatt and Turbo help you distinguish what's weird and what's real and what's fake. Thursdays from 4 to 6 on 91.3 FM. Yeah.
So good. Segway City, man.
Yep. Well, Kathy, I appreciate you being on my show.
Enjoyed it. And thank you for imitating me so well.
Yeah. All right, after the break, Karen Kilowatt with the concert calendar, and then Common Sense by Eastern Conference on Free Association.
91.3 FM.
That was fun.
Yeah, I agree.
Had a hard time.
That's Deer Tick with the Sad Sun right here on 91.3 FM Real College Radio. Before that, Against Me with High Pressure Low. And then before that, Tony Allen with Where the Streets Have No Names right here on Free Association. I'm Mark Lane, and we're coming now to the end of the show, so I don't know what you want to hear. You want to hear some stories? Well, I'll tell you a story. Well, when I was 14 years old, in August of 2002, and a little bit in September of 2002 as well, I had a job where I would go into... I actually live out in the country, not in Fort Smith, but I would ride my bike into the nearby town of Alma, and I would rake these magnolia leaves in the front yard of this old lady, about, 85 years old or something. She couldn't get out there to do it, so she paid me. And I would ride my bike probably 10 miles into town to do it, and I'd rake it every Saturday morning. So, anyway, one time, she offered me a drink of ice water, right, after I was done with the job. And as I was drinking it, I tasted something a little funny. I took it out of the mouth. It turned out it was a cornflake. She had forgot to wash the plastic cup, and so then there was a piece of cornflake at the bottom that I tasted. It ruined drinking ice water at her house for me, Well, here at 91.3 FM, there's no cornflake of disappointment in the ice water of Real College Radio. Instead, we offer you some cool cubes of true alternative music.